of equipment you are going to need is a chair or a small table, something that's about knee height for you. It can be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, you just have to be careful. Dumbbells here are optional, or a kettlebell even. So I have dumbbells here, which I will be using, but this is something that you can easily use your body weight for, and you get just almost as great of a workout. Like I said, this is going to be 30 minutes in total. That's not going to include a warm-up, so make sure you spend about 5 to 10 minutes doing some active or dynamic stretching to get your body properly warmed up. We're going to be focusing on the lower body here. Each exercise, we're going to do 9 in total, is going to be 45 seconds long, and we're going to get a 15-second break between exercises. So this is really going to test our muscular endurance here. We're going to get 30 to 60 seconds in between rounds, and we're going to be doing 3 total rounds. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, please make sure you're warmed up fully. The first thing you're going to need to do, if you have with your chair or your little step stool or table, whatever you have, if you can have it on a mat, that would be ideal. That way it's not moving around. So this chair isn't super sturdy, so I'm going to be very careful with it today. But I notice when I have it on my mat, it doesn't tend to slip that much, but please always use caution. The first move that we're going to be doing is going to be a hip thrust. So I'm going to walk you through that move very quickly. You're going to have your shoulder blades nice and flat on your bench or your chair. You're going to squeeze the glutes. You're bridging up. You're going to keep your chin tucked. You're going to lower your hips down to the ground. Chin is following. Pressing through those heels. Bridge up. Keep the hips tucked back. We're going to continue in this fashion. I'm going to be using a weight here. You do not need a weight. All right. Here we go with about 45 seconds. Don't worry about the next movement. I will use our little bit of a break to show you. Here we go. All right, if you have a weight, it's going to go on your hips. You're going to be coming down, bridging up, squeezing those glutes. If you feel this a lot in the front of your legs, move your feet a little bit farther away from your butt. Making sure that chin is nice and tucked. And when you bridge up, make sure you're tucking your hips under. You should be feeling this a lot in the glutes. And as far as your placement of your back, you want to make sure that when you are in this bridged position, your shoulder blades are nice and flat and you don't feel any discomfort. All right, 15-second rest. Move number 2. We're going to be doing a split squat. One foot is going to be on. We'll start with right leg. Here we go. Left leg is on your chair. Your right leg is doing the elevated lunge is another way to think about this. Really important cues here. Most of your weight is in this forward leg. This back leg is just here for balance. Keeping that core nice and tight. I am doing a glute focus range of motion here. So I'm pushing my glutes back slightly. Pressing through that heel and coming up. 10 seconds to go. Like I said in the beginning, you do not need weights for this. But if you have them and you want them, use them. 15-second rest. Shake it out. You should feel that one a lot in the glutes and in the front of your leg. Go ahead and get yourself ready. We have about 5 seconds left. Left leg is going to be doing the work now. Right leg is going to be on the chair. Here we go. You may find one side is easier. That's pretty normal. That's why it's important to do unilateral exercises like this so we can focus on the problem. If we're struggling with balance on one side, we can take our time. So you'll see here I'm coming down, pushing my glutes back slightly, powering up, and my left foot. There's not a lot of weight back here in this balancing leg. Less than 10 seconds to go. Rest. Move number, what are we at? 3. Elevated bridge. Get on your back. Feet are going to be on the chair, bridging up and down. 45 seconds. Here we go. The farther away you are from the chair, the more hamstring engagement you're going to get. Make sure you start belly button to spine, low back is pressed into the ground when you are here. Bridging up, squeezing those glutes. Slow and controlled here with all of these movements. Nice and slow, breathe through it. Squeezing the glutes at the top. You have to actively squeeze them here before you lower. Rest, 15 seconds. Move number 5. So there's single leg exercise. We're gonna do a pistol squat. Right leg is doing the work. Left leg is gonna be elevated slightly. Hinge forward. Step up very carefully, lower back down. Let's go. Right leg only. If this is too difficult, you can use a kickstand. So I'll show you that now. You're gonna have your heel in front, coming up like this. The work is still being done on that right leg, but you get a little bit of support with balance. This whole move is nice and slow and controlled. This requires a lot of stability, a lot of balance, a lot of core strength. So keep that core nice and tight. One thing we want to avoid, as I'm doing it right now, 10 seconds to go, you don't want to swing. That is not what we want to do. You want to be here, coming up, nice and powerful. 15-second rest. Shake it out. Other leg. Left leg now is going to be doing the work. A little less than 10 seconds to go. Get yourself into position. Really focus on form. Here we go. Coming up, squeezing the glutes. Lowering slowly back down. Do not rock. Do not swing. It's like you're squishing the floor away with your left foot. That's a great way to think about it. 25 seconds to go. I just didn't pick up my dumbbells, but you can easily do this with weight as well. Next round, I'll show you how to do that. 15 seconds to go. Really important here. Squeeze the glutes at the top, right there. Control the descent. You have 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Box squats are next. I'm gonna grab my weight to show you. You're going to tap your butt on the chair and come back up. Tap the butt, come back up. Here we go. If you're holding a weight, holding it at your chest, lightly tap, come up. Tap the butt, come up. I don't want you pausing and sitting, no resting there. You're gonna tap, and come right back up. 25 seconds to go. 20. Keeping that core nice and tight, that spine is neutral. 10 seconds to go. 5. 4. Rest. Step ups are coming up next. Right leg, we're gonna start. If you have a weight, holding it up at your chest, stepping on up, squeezing, controlling the descent. All right, let's go. If you have 2 weights, you can hold them down at your side. That is absolutely fine. Okay, a couple rules here with these step ups. Make sure, again, you're not swinging. You're not using this bottom foot, in this case our left foot, to push off from. Think of this chair. There's a box you're trying to squish into the ground with your working leg, which is our right leg. Squeezing the glutes at the top. You'll notice I'm controlling, coming up, and I'm controlling, coming down, nice and slow. This one's pretty difficult. It requires balance, core strength. We can do it. 15-second rest. We're gonna switch legs. Put the timer up here so I can give you some more accurate. Updates on the time. This is the last one before we get a little bit of a break, and then we head into round 2. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If this is feeling too easy, check in with your form. Are you pushing off with this left leg or this right leg now? Don't do that. Don't push off with the bottom leg. You're just pressing through the leg on the step or the chair or whatever elevated surface you are using. Should be nice and difficult. Keep it slow and controlled. 10 seconds left. 5. Rest. All right. We're gonna do about 30 seconds here, maybe a little bit more. Now is a good time. Grab some water. Switch up anything you need to. If your bench is too high, if your surface is too low, make any adjustments as needed now. If you don't have dumbbells and you want to use additional weight, grab whatever you have on hand. Bottle of water, laundry detergent, and then you can use it. All right. We are ready for round 2 of 3. We're going to be starting with those hip thrusts. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Controlling the descent down. Keeping that chin nice and tucked. And repeat. You'll notice I'm pausing at the top for a second or two. Really get that glute engagement. This isn't a move that you want to speed through. None of these are. It's all about building that strength, engaging the muscles. 5 seconds left. 15-second rest. Grab your weights. If you're using them, split squats, right leg is forward, left leg is back on the chair. And we're off. Nice, slow and controlled. Your weight is balanced in your foot. It's not moving from heel to toe. You're keeping it nice and balanced. Again, there's not a lot of weight on the back foot that's elevated. You're trying to do a single leg, think of it as a single leg squat here. One leg is doing all of the work, the back leg is just here for support. 10 seconds. Almost there. Rest. 15 seconds. My timer. Left leg is now going to be doing all the work. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice and controlled. You're being intentional with your movements. 30 seconds to go. This is a very difficult move, so don't be discouraged if you're finding it hard. Less than 20 seconds to go. If you're feeling a lot of burn in the back leg on the chair, that means you're putting too much weight into that back foot. Readjust, reposition, and continue. 5 seconds left. Rest. Elevated glute bridge. On your back. Feet. On your elevated surface. Here we go. Bridge up. I'm using a weight this time. If you're using a weight, make sure you're holding it so it doesn't roll down and hurt you. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Like I mentioned in the first round, you're going to feel this a lot in the hamstrings as well. We're getting a little bit of everything in this workout. Y'all are doing great. Keep moving, keep squeezing. Almost there. Rest, 15 seconds. Pistol squats are next. Right leg is gonna start in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And lower. Squeezing that glute. This is another one that's very difficult, so if you need that kickstand, use it. There's no shame in that. We need to modify and listen to our bodies. One thing I will ask you not to do though, we don't want to swing. Do not do that. So after you come down, hinge forward slightly, engage that glute, and stand up. It's going to be very difficult, but way more effective. 10 seconds. Switch. 15-second rest. Shake it out. 5 seconds to go. We're going to start on the chair here. And let's go. Left leg is doing the work. Right leg is just getting a break. Remember, do not swing. Take your time. I don't care how many reps you get in this 45 seconds. Come up into equality. Even if it's only 2 or 1. You got this. 15 seconds left. Five seconds. Rest. Whew. Box squat is coming up next. We're going to do it this time starting on the chair. If you have a weight, you're holding on, and go. So you're squatting up, coming back, tapping up out on the chair, and then coming right back up. Excellent. Really squeeze those glutes at the top. 30 seconds to go. Seconds. Keeping that spine nice and neutral. Do not let it round or arch. Weight is balanced in the feet, so we're not rocking back in our heels. Less than 10 seconds to go. Rest. Step ups are next. This time I'm using 2 dumbbells. Again, you don't need any weight. Totally optional. Right leg is up first. And we're off. Remember, you're not pushing off the back foot. You're trying to squish your elevated surface into the ground. Weight is balanced in your foot. Right now it's our right foot that's doing the work. Keep the hips nice and square. Don't sink into them. 20 seconds to go. This one is deceivingly tough. If done correctly, if it just feels too easy, either add a weight or check in. Make sure you're doing the movement correctly. 5 seconds to go. Switch. A little break. After this one, we're going to get another 30-second break before we get into our final round. 5 seconds to go. Left leg is going to be working this time. And go. Keep that core engaged. Remember, do not press off the back foot. Go ahead and watch what my back foot's doing. I'm lifting through this left leg on the elevated surface to get my foot up. I'm not pressing off this back foot. That's what makes it so difficult and so challenging. So make sure you're doing it correctly. 20 seconds to go. Keep going, y'all. 10 seconds left, and then you get a 30-second break, maybe a little bit more this time. Less than 5. Rest. Excellent. Round 2 completed. Only one more round to go. So while we're resting, make sure you're grabbing some water, stretching out if anything feels overly tight. So another great reason that I'm using an elevated surface today is if you are stuck working out at home like a lot of us are because of COVID, an elevated surface is a great way to progressively overload our workouts. So I talked about this in another workout video. Make sure to check it out down below. I talk all about progressive overload and what that means to you, your workout routine, especially if you're working towards a strength-based goal or even a weight loss goal. So if you don't have much equipment at all, if you don't even have dumbbells, if all you have to work with is your body weight, you can get it done. That's fantastic. And an elevated surface, most of us have chairs or tables lying around the house that we can use. Just make sure it's something stable, and that elevates it, because you can probably tell after round 2, these are getting more and more difficult. So we can use everyday household equipment items to elevate our workout game without having to buy anything extra. All right, enough of that. Let's go into our final round, round 3. I'm sweating, I'm feeling good, heart rate is getting up there. Final round, remember we're starting with hip thrusts. If you're using a weight, go ahead and grab it. Get into position, and let's go, final round. Remember to keep that chin tucked. Squeeze the glutes at the top, pause for a second before you lower. If you find this is painful on your back, if it's digging in, make sure you're up far enough on your elevated surface. And if it's too, if you're using a table and it's really hard, put a towel or something in between your back and the surface. That's absolutely fine. Or a mat, anything you have, a blanket, a pillow, to keep it a little bit more cushioned. Pausing at the top, squeezing the glutes, lowering. Last time we're doing these. Rest. Woo. All right, split squats are coming up next. Starting with that right leg. 5 seconds to go. Left leg is back on the elevated surface, and we're off. Keeping everything nice and tight. Weight is balanced in that right foot. As I continue to say, there's not much weight. You can see this back foot of mine. I could lift it off. I'm not putting weight into it. I'm just using it to keep me stable. Less than 30 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. 15. Last time you're doing this one on this right side. 5 seconds. 15-second rest. That one is tiring. Loose hair, someone on me giving me problems. All right, left leg. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Same rules apply. Left leg is doing all the work here, slow and controlled. There's not a lot of weight in this right leg. As I said in the very beginning, you may find that one leg is easier than the other. That's totally normal. Just take extra time and extra care on the leg that feels a little bit more difficult. 20 seconds to go. Driving through that left foot, weight is balanced, pushing the floor away, keeping that core tight. Less than 10 seconds. Keep moving. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Elevated glute bridge coming up next. And 10 seconds. Get you're using a weight, grab it now. Bottom of your feet or on that chair. Here we go. Bridging up, squeezing. Be very careful that you're not bridging up super high. It's not about how high we can bridge. It's about engaging the glutes. So we're using the glutes to power this movement, not our back. So if you feel it a lot in the lower back, reset yourself. Belly button to spine, low back pressed into the ground, and think about tucking your hips under. That will keep the glutes working as they should. Hamstrings are firing as well. Last time we're doing this one. Almost there, keep moving. Rest, 15 seconds. Pistol squats are coming up next. I'm gonna try 2 dumbbells for this one. Whew, right leg is gonna be doing the work first. Here we go. Come on up. Control the descent back down and repeat. Do not swing. Keep weight balanced in the right foot. We're working on the right foot first, or the right leg. You're squeezing the glute at the top. 20 seconds left. Core is incredibly tight. Belly button to spine. 10 seconds to go. I almost started swinging there. Remember, you're not swinging. You're coming to a full stop before moving again. Full stop. Come on up. Whew, rest. One more time on the left leg. I'm gonna start on the chair in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squeeze the glute at the top. Control the descent. Nice, slow and controlled. Engage that core. So you notice right here, I'm stopping, I'm not rocking back. Whew. 15 seconds to go. 10. 5. Rest, 15 seconds. Box squats coming up next. A little less than 10 seconds. We're gonna start on the chair as well. 3 more moves. Here we go, box squats. You're coming up, and remember we're lightly tapping and coming up. We're not resting our butt on the chair. We're just lightly tapping and then coming up and squeezing at the top. Tucking the hips under, glute squeeze. Keep that core nice and tight. 25 seconds to go. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds, home stretch. Five seconds to go. Excellent, rest. 2 more moves, step ups. Right leg is gonna start. My timer up here so I can give you updates. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's really important to control the descent on this. I don't want you coming down too quickly, jarring your ankles or your knees. So notice I'm landing softly. Squeezing the glutes at the top, controlling that descent. I'm a broken record, but this one should feel pretty difficult. So if you're not feeling the difficulty, really stop, slow down, and make sure you're doing the movement properly. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Rest. 1 more round. 45 seconds left in this workout. And y'all are done. 30-minute strength-based lower body workout complete. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Come on up. As you can tell so far, on all my single leg exercises, my left side, I struggle with balance. It's really important that I concentrate, I keep my core tight, and I slow the movement down a bit. 20 seconds to go. Remember, squish that chair into the floor. Squeeze the glute at the top. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Y'all did it. Thank you for joining me today. That was a good one. I hope these are helpful for you. I hope it gives you some ideas on ways to move your body at home that are just well balanced. So I always have HIIT workouts on here. I always try to have a core focused workout. I always like to have lower and upper body and strength based. So it's really important that you just keep your workouts balanced so you don't focus on only one thing. You incorporate lots of mobility, lots of strength training, not lots, but strength training, and then a little bit of cardio with some HIIT. It doesn't need to take a lot of time, and it's accessible to all of us, even if you're at home with just your own body weight. So thank you again for joining me. Until next time, have a wonderful day.